And we are live as far as that. Let's see
it's actually
here.
it's 1d10 for rogue for HP.
1D? No.
1d10.
No.
Yep.
No.
Oh no, that's ranger. Sorry.
Yes.
The paladins,
Oh, yes.
fighters, and rangers all have D10. Barbarians have D12. Clerics and rogues and druids and bards have D8s, and wizards and sorcerers have D6s. Warlocks have D8s.
Yeah. But alrighty, welcome one and all to the third session. It's been long awaited between family instances and internet weather and the whole 9 yards. Holidays, we've bumped and player availability. So internet, we apologize for that. However, we are here today and we have 2 new characters and 1 new player. As far as that, poor Raphael, he got mugged and carried off along with the mules that he was guarding further back off to this cavern. While he was sleeping in his shell, they netted him and kept him in the shell and then put him in a heavy-duty sack, carried him off. So he doesn't know where he's at. Everything's dark. He's hearing all kinds of different noises, but he's used to the smell of the dank and the dark, so he's assuming that he's in a cavern. So at this moment, we have the 2 new players, characters coming on into the game, and we'll go with Mike there, who's playing Baran Der. Give a description and Baran Der, and where are you? It's what? Snow, Thelendra, Snow, and Burn and Baran Der are traveling together. And so go ahead, describe yourself, Mike, your character, and then we'll go over to David's, and then we'll work you on into meeting up with Lionel's.
All right. Baron Der is a gold dragonborn, shining scales brightly. He is a hero of his land, having fought off many of our enemies, and as such he's been blessed by the great platinum dragon Bahamut, with abilities far beyond the normal dragonborn. He is a knight Bahamut, and he is glittering gold scales, and his chainmail armor is also glittering gold. It's actually just steel with paint over it, but if you ask him, it is gold, strengthened by dragon fire. He also has a golden shield emblazoned with the face of this platinum dragon upon it. He carries a long sword over to his side, kept up in a scabbard also made of gold cloth, cheaply painted, but not if you ask him. He has a regal bearing about him, and will stride boldly first wherever anybody goes. Let me go first to make sure everything is safe, as he steps forward into the light. That's Barad-dûr. Barad-dûr, Sauron from Lord of the Rings. That's where he lived, Barad-dûr. I know it's a horrible name, and I have no creativity at all, but still.
That's all good. All right. Thendra Snow. Introduce yourself. Dave?
Yes. Yes. So I am playing Frida Snow. She is a human rogue or thief. She has her personality is, well, pretty lively, and don't ask rude questions about herself or her thievery past, as it were. But yes, she is a rogue, and she wears black leathers and a sort of black hood with like sort of short, very short sort of cut black hair with brown eyes, and she carries 2 daggers and a bow with 20 arrows in it. Yes,
All
and
right.
that is my character.
Okay. And Lionel, for our internet audience, please describe Roland.
Okay, so Roland is a high elf. He's blonde, and his skin is to the tan pink side. He is pretty much else like a normal high elf. He wears student leader. His posture is it's like a trying to hide, cover his features, often with a cloak. But he is currently in commando mode. He's trying to approach the place the party was at in the forest. I don't know. He was a rogue. No, sorry, he was a cleric with an arching background, but after the level up, he got a level on rogue.
Alrighty. And maybe to tie things good, I'm going to start with Roland to describe there was an incident that happened while you were looking someplace else. All you caught was this dark shadow that ran across, and with Malachi laying down, resting from his strenuous touching of the black locust, he all of a sudden you see this black dark shadow run across, and it almost looks like it scooped Malachi up and ran into the forest. And then you hear Moshu holler, "I'll get him. Stay here just in case they come back." There, Roland, protect the goods that we have at the moment, and this kobold prisoner we have. So Moshu runs out into the woods, being a wood elf, trying to find what's going on with Malachi and what took him as far as that. So that's where you're at. You're as in the picture here. This is a picture of the black locust that you came upon as far as that. Now we'll jump back over to our new players, and give me a perception roll.
Who?
Both of you.
Okay. All right. Perception. All right, my passive is 16. All right, let's have a look. Perception.
I'll have a total of 13.
All
Okay.
right.
Oh dear. I got a nat 1. I didn't do any good.
All right.
Oh dear. First day on the job.
Hey, but you got a
Um,
plus 7, a 6 or something? That's not bad.
Yes.
That's not bad.
Our mighty dragonborn sees a shadow running forward through the thickets of the woods, about 40 feet in front of you. What do you do?
All right. I'll put my hand out on Theodora's shoulder, be like, halt, and then point it out. Something just went through the woods there, a shadow. Stay here and cover me as I head into this darkness to discover what fell beasts lurk in the darkness of this weird place. And then I will stride boldly into that thicket with my golden cape fluttering out behind me as I crash through the woods, into the brambles, into the shadow after it. But I won't go too far. Like I said, I'll let him cover me. I'll stay within sight of him.
Oh, okay. To stay in sight, you'll get no further than 15 feet. It's where you're at right now is a fairly thick wood.
Okay.
With like a mixture of softwoods and hardwoods. The softwoods being like white pine, spruce. The hardwoods being locust, oak, and such.
All right. I'll yell back at him. I don't find anything in here. It must have gone further into the woods. Do you wish to follow it? Well, Theodora, do you wish, or do you wish to continue on?
Dave.
I'm sort of thinking. Because like I like to think, you know, I like to take my time to think.
Okay.
You thought a mysterious, shadowy figure, huh?
Yeah.
One.
You know us Dragonborn cannot see in the dark so well, which is the greatest mystery of them all. You would think that we would be able to see in the dark near as well as any other creature in the world, but no.
Well, I'm only human.
I'm peas of the pod. She can't see too well either.
Nope. I'm a human too. Maybe I could, investigate this phenomenon. Let me go and investigate. So she wishes to
describe to me how you're going to investigate it, and what are you looking for?
Well, first I'm gonna sort of like crouch down and sort of move to the edge of the grassy terrain, like to the first tree that I see. Yeah, and then with that, when I move to the first tree that I see, I'm gonna try and be stealthy, and I'm gonna roll stealth roll first. I'm gonna roll stealth, see how I do. So I'm pretty stealthy. So I sort of stealth into the woods, and then I wish to then sort of first perceive if I can see anything with my normal human eyes. All right, like anything out of the ordinary.
All right.
You sneaking off like that. If you get into trouble, yell.
Roll investigation with disadvantage. Because that's not dark, but it's a heavy canopy, so there's a lot of shadows and not a lot of good light.
Okay, so I got a 12 with normal disadvantage, as you can see.
Yep, no problem. What you'll pick up is a few briar branches that were around the spruces that this perspective thing went through are snapped over a little bit.
Okay. So now that she's seen the arrow, well, seen some bits of wood snapped and everything else, she is going to try to follow this little path of snap branches, but stealthily. So just tell me how many times I need to roll stealth.
First, since you're going to follow it, give me a survival check.
Number 2, will you let me know? Because remember, I can't see you.
Yep.
I don't just go wandering off.
It's not, like I said, it's not dark. It's not night, but it's, like a heavy canopy. When you're in a deep forest, there's some, it's dim light. So, yeah, you get too far, it could be an issue. While you're doing that,
actually, since I've seen the broken twigs, I'll go back to my Dragon Ball friend, and I sort of I come out of the shed. I sort of go psst, psst, like that.
Yes.
And I sort of wave at you to come close.
All right. If I see him waving, I will come close, and I'll try to do it stealthily. But in reality, I'll just be cracking on everything, and my shield will get in the way, and I'll bang it on something, and then a vine will come up and stick it out. And I'll curse at it as I'm cutting it, and then I'll try to be stealthy again. And come over to him.
She sighs, and then she says, "Over there, I saw some broken twigs. It seems prey or victim or whoever it is has moved in that direction. And no doubt they have heard you and know that you are coming."
Yes. Sorry. Now, I've heard tales that Sasquatch will break and rend the trees for their path. Do you think that this is the case? Are we chasing down Sasquatch?
I cannot tell what sort of creature it is. I'm not an expert on animals of the wild, but I'm more of a trap expert than a creature expert.
Well, just point me in the direction that it goes, and I shall lead the way in case of trouble. You can sneak behind. You're quite good at that, and I don't want you to get injured. But if I start going in the wrong direction, then tell me.
Very well.
And then hide again. Is that the way, correct? As I point in
yes
direction. No.
Yes.
Very well. Follow me.
Right.
Until I start going in the wrong direction, that is. And then
I'll give him a 30. I give him a 60 feet head start, and then I shall sort of go. I shall sneak behind him, Mr. GM.
All right.
It should be easier to sneak when there's something for people to look at. Why would they be looking in the underbrush for somebody sneaking when you have...
Doesn't matter. You still need a stealth roll, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on that. So you're giving him 60 feet, right?
Yes, I'm going to give him 60 feet head start, and then once he moves 60 feet, I'm gonna go into stealth mode.
Okay, that's no problem. You'll be stealthy. There.
I can roll one disadvantage, -1.
What?
That's
No,
not
what I was going to say is roll me a survival or an investigation, if you're, or perception, if all you're doing is just walking, not really looking, then forget the investigation.
I'll be okay. I'll roll survival. I'm actually proficient in survival.
Okay. And to see if you lose sight.
All right. Let's see here. That will be a. Ooh. I lose sight. That would be a total of 5.
Okay. Roll me a D4.
D4. That'd be a 1.
Well, you don't have to roll on D20. It's your choice, digital or real.
Oh, I've got it. So what the hell? Yeah, I'll roll on D20.
Okay.
20. That's fine by me.
As far as that, because we got some guys that are playing that don't have real dice. So, as far as that, yeah, Caius doesn't have real dice. That's why he uses the digital.
Caius doesn't have real dice?
No, he doesn't.
Oh shit! I need to hit that and send him some for Christmas or some shit.
Well, that's that'd be an idea. But okay. And with that, what was your D4 roll?
1.
1. All right. You veer off to the west a little bit, and Theodona or Dave, because I'm going to mess these names up. I'm terrible with names.
Theodora.
Theodora. You could just call her Snow if you wish to.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check at disadvantage.
Theodora, can I ask you a question? Are you after the Byzantine Empress?
Pardon? Say that again? I didn't quite hear you.
Oh, there's a Byzantine Empress named Theodora. She's very famous. She was the wife of Justinian.
Okay.
Who knows? I'm not telling you my background.
Well, you've been traveling with each other for a while. I mean, you come from Alvadar and such through the woods on this trade route, and that the merchants has been having problems. You thought you'd be able to get some reward money if you could find what was holding up the caravans. But Theodora,
Yes,
you lost sight of Bardur.
Well, he's technically only 30.
He's technically 60 feet, you said.
Yes.
In dim light, nothing to help you. So you're looking around trying to find a place to be stealthy and hide at, and you lost sight of your companion.
I sort of like... I take the dash action, but try to be stealthy at it.
Well, that's okay. Roll your stealth and half your dash movement.
Okay.
Since you're not a ranger.
Nope.
Or have any special abilities at this moment.
Okay. Nice.
All right. Roland, you're still hearing a lot of noise coming kind of from the southwest of you. Just to let you know, that's there. That sounds like it may be. Give me a perception. I'll give you what it sounds like as far as distance. Okay. that's not too bad. It sounds like it may be about 200 feet out to your southwest. And this crashing is, it sounds like fairly heavy footsteps that are going along, and a fairly good sized body that you hear. Maybe some armor, maybe not. That part you can't make out, but it's about 200 feet out to the southwest.
I keep hiding along with the trying to
Okay.
cover
Does
the
someone
kobold.
keep your stealth check that you did? So, all right. Back to our dragonborn bulldozer. What you doing?
Bulldozing.
Oh, okay. So
Oh
you're
my God.
moving.
Yeah.
You're moving what? Another 30, 60?
30 feet. I'm not dashing. I'm just going
Yeah.
there, looking down at the ground, trying to check out for signs of the trail. But since I failed to roll so
me.
bad, let's assume that I don't know I've lost it yet.
Well, roll me, and that's what I'm going to have you do right now. And since you're constantly looking down, roll me another survival check.
All right. This will be a total of 11.
Okay. You know that you've either lost the trail or got off the trail.
All right. With that, I will stop and I will look around to see where Theodora is. And assuming I don't see her,
No, you don't.
I'll yell. Be like, Theodora, this way. I seem to have lost myself.
And I try to see if I can find him. Doing
No problem finding him because he's hollering. Roland, you hear you're saying this in common, right?
Yes.
All right. In common, you hear exactly this at 170 feet out away from you.
Do I recognize the voice?
It
No.
sounds royal and majestic.
There you go. Sounds royal and majestic, but it doesn't sound familiar to you as far as someone that you might know.
Am I sure that the kobold and the stove is secure? Good enough?
But you would think that he is. You guys left him pretty well tied up, and he didn't sneak out while you were in your trance, and Malachi was sleeping, and Moshu kind of trying to be on watch.
Okay, so I will stealthily keep a move to close the distance to where I heard the voice.
All right, give me a stealth check
New stealth check. Okay.
since you're moving. Oof. All right, now you guys are yelling. There's that. Give me both Mike and Dave. Give me a perception check.
I like playing human. It's fun.
Well,
you're not hearing much.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
Theodora,
Yes.
you hear a couple branches kind of snap a little bit. You don't know exactly what, but it was to your northeast.
Okay.
At a distance of that you would assume somewhere around 120 to 150 feet.
Fine. I wish to make my way to the Golden Dragonborn, or try to get to as soon as possible.
All right, you're there. That's not a problem.
And I say, there you are, my little, big golden friend.
Oh, there you are. I seem to have lost myself. I can't find the trail no more. Not sure where it went. It's down this dim forest. I should just burn it to the ground and be able to find whatever's lurking around here then.
You should never touch the forest, and should never speak of these foul things.
Roland, you hear this conversation going on. What are you doing? Still moving?
Can I see them?
Not yet. They're about 150 feet away now.
Keep moving, but trying to keep cover. And when I arrive there, I will just peek through one of the trees, not showing completely.
Okay. Give me a stealth check for you hiding behind a tree. Just so I have it. Okay. You think you're hiding great. You said, man, I never found a better tree to hide behind. Who knew that this 6-inch sapling was so good? Okay, back to the other two such stealthy individuals.
And like I sort of say to the
what are you guys doing? Are you
I say,
standing there conversating, or
yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to actually imply that I would burn the forest down. I just get so frustrated sometimes when I fail at finding the tracks. Do you know which direction we should be going now?
Yes. Just keep yourself quiet and calm. There is someone following us. They are not far from here, I'm guessing. But keep your wits and your guard up. And
my guard is always up, I say, as I bang my sword on my trusty shield. I shall go and point me in the direction of this fool following us, and I shall go and accost them and find their intentions.
And all right, so he's you're talking about someone that's following you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm like, someone's following us. Fuck.
Yeah. All right. You look back and you see nobody. Roland.
Rising to me.
Roland, you're there behind this 6-inch sapling, and you see this dragonborn and this female character talking to each other and standing around, and they're looking behind them, talking about someone's following us.
I did see that shadow lurking through here. Perhaps is now coming around. Is that what you think there, Empress?
Do they? I imagine I can identify them as some sort of adventurers or mercenaries.
Oh yeah, that's. I'll say that's a given.
He will speak. He will say a shush and say, "There are kobolds around. Keep your mouths down, your voices down."
Roll me
loud enough for us to hear.
Well, you guys, both of you, roll me a d6. If you get a 1, you're surprised.
Oh, old school.
I like that. That's always been a good one. Ooh,
I'm surprised.
Dragonborn. You're startled by it. Theodora, you're not so much, but you were, because you're a little more paranoid, maybe a little bit. You're looking around, even though you were looking behind because you're talking about being followed and whatnot. And the voice comes from out in front of the direction that you were headed.
What the hell?
Keep your voices down. What are you doing in here?
Who said that? Show yourself. Do not startle. Do you not know it is good bad luck to startle a dragonborn like that?
Does he say that out loud?
Yeah, I say that out loud, very loud.
As you turn around to where the voice is come from, you'll see the 6-inch sapling, and you'll see a curious outline on either side of it, almost symmetrical, like a leg on one side, a leg on the other, and all of 6 inches of the center of this real skinny whatever. It could be a young treant. You don't know. But at this point.
What manner of creature are you?
I show in my face and say, I said keep your voice down. I explain later.
Fair enough, I will. But if kobolds are worried about, I say point me in the direction and I shall end their reign of terror upon this forest.
So you are here for the searching mission?
More or less. Is there gold to be had?
Sorry, I couldn't hear that.
More or less. Is there gold to be had?
So you came here willy-nilly without a contract? What kind of adventure are you?
I'm the kind that goes wherever I happen to be. I find adventure. I'm not necessarily contracted for it. Just have a knack and a talent for being in the right place at the right time, you know. The luck of the gold, they call it.
He will check what kind of weapons and where they have them.
Now you can see me. I have a long sword in my hand, a shield, and then probably on my back, sticking out from the cloak, you can probably see a quiver of javelin.
You see nothing. You just see my hands and my hood and my black sort of cape, and on the back you do see like a bow and some arrows, but that's it. You don't see my
dark and mysterious as he is, I am shiny and obvious.
Yes.
Okay. So I say, okay. I show my bow, and let me double check what other weapon I have. That will be my mace, and say keep your voice down. It's better to pick a better place to hide, and I explain later. If you want, follow me.
Perhaps do you have a camp with fire? You have a nice camp nearby with a fire?
I said follow me and begin to move back to where I was.
Fine, don't answer. And I'll follow him.
I follow as well.
Loudly.
All right, and you'll see. He'll take you on back, and you'll see this black locust tree where they were kind of quick makeshift camp where they were resting and such, just like you're in the picture is about. But it's, I mean, it's a huge black locust. The picture doesn't really give the full impact, but it's an idea of it.
Okay. First of everything, my name is Roland. I came here from, and I don't remember the name of the city.
Alvadar.
Alvadar. I came from Alvadar, contracted by the Lord, because there are a lot of shipments that have been missing in the road, and we arrived here to this point, following the rumors, and until now, what we have discovered is that it's a band of kobolds being what is the word? Pushed, oppressed by an unnamed dwarf, apparently a dwarger, a name. I forgot the name. The
Socknomish.
Yeah, Sacknamish. Thank you.
Socknomish? Is that the name of the Dwergar?
No,
Yes.
I don't think so. Well, it will be a very weird name. I think that's an alias, but the case is that we follow the kobolds to their hideout, but my team members got lost.
Perhaps I got taken captive by the kobolds. We should go
No,
rescue them.
They were chased. One when we searched for a mechanism to enter their hideout, a strange magic put one down, and when we were resting, a shadow took him off, and my teammate went chasing after him.
They're absconded by shadows. That is truly something to worry about.
Roland, give me a perception check with advantage.
Advantage.
Yeah. Notices everything.
Yeah. First thing, when you get back to the black locust tree, you don't notice your kobold captive. He's
Son of you.
gone.
Are there ropes in there?
No.
So I begin to look for trying to see signs of a trail and footsteps.
Give me either whatever is better for you, perception or investigation. And it will be a difficult one, but you make it. As far as that, you see so many tracks around where he was between Moss Shoes, Malachi's, yours, the other kobolds, but you that one kobold you remember was missing a toe claw, and you identified that track that way, going over to the black locust and disappearing.
Fuck. Now they know we're here. This is beginning to be a very frustrating mission. Uh,
So you
so
see track?
no, basically the kobold I captured for interrogation escaped and moved towards their hideout. So they probably know we are here.
Well, then we know where they are.
I point the tree and say that's the entrance.
The tree's entrance?
The Black Lotus. In the Black Lotus, there is an entrance guarded by magic.
Uh-huh. Just one thing. What kind of shipments were there around here that led to you coming to disrupt the kobolds? What were the kobolds marauding?
I do not know. The information was not given to me. I was just hired to to discover what was behind them, and
Nothing,
if possible, solve it.
nothing important in particular. Just standard marauding of trade caravans and trade goods.
Crap. Foodstuffs,
Okay.
claws, lilies, some weaponry, but
I do like that.
just across the board,
Yeah.
general trade. Raw materials such as iron, some silver, copper, but in raw ore form.
Gold ore is what I search for. Anyhow, do you think, perchance, going back to one of my earlier rash statements, burning down the tree, do you think that would help us gain entrance? I'm not very good in this magic stuff.
Yeah, well, I would agree if there were nothing to recover, but if there is something that we should or can recover, that will be a waste. So I prefer more subtle methods. If it comes to it, and is the only option, that will be good. But I prefer to look for other options first.
Baradur will be circling the tree at this point in time, just looking at it warily, inspecting it for any nooks or crannies or crevices or openings.
Well,
Poking
I
his
wish
sword
to,
at it.
I wish to investigate this tree as well.
okay. You'll go around and you'll only see this trail that goes in to this one side of the tree, but the tree looks solid.
Poke my sword at it.
And you'll hear,
Yeah.
and
Hollow?
sort of.
So what did I get for what? For investigating this tree?
Well, just what I kind of said. Roland, are you going to point out the buttons?
First, how much Roland knows about kobolds? I mean, the numbers and
That's all
stuff
I
like
know.
that. No, my character. How much know about their numbers, their tactics, their community?
Give me a nature or a knowledge.
History?
History.
Okay.
But are you going to tell them about the buttons on the tree?
Sure.
Okay.
When they get close to that, I follow and say, "Be careful," and point out the buttons and say, "If there is a password key or something to enter, but if you miss it, it unleashes magic."
And
I
kind of
see.
magic? What kind of magic does it unleash?
Last time, my partner got got a magic sleep, but I'm not sure what else does it have.
So he took a nap.
Is this like, so GM, is this like buttons? Are they traps?
You don't know.
Fine. Can I do investigating?
You want
see
to
if
try?
You
Yes.
can, but hold on. Let me take care of Roland's history check.
Okay.
You'll know with what you got for your history check quite a bit about the standard kobolds. And you'll know, and with your battle with them, you'll, and some of the items that you saw on them that you guys picked up, the javelins and such, that they're not the typical kobold. But you'll know their size, the religion, the languages, base customs, as far as that. Uh, you'll also have the additional knowledge that you picked up to go along with it, support that they're not the standard kobold, because they're being led and controlled not by a hobgoblin or such, but by this other little dark dwarf.
Twergar.
Yes,
I love that word now that
I know you do.
I pronounce it like that.
So does that answer what you needed, Roland?
Yeah, I mean, so basically, can he extrapolate how many of them could be in their hideout? How big is their hideout? And
That part you won't know exactly how big their hideout is, but with the 8 that you had there and some of the discussions that you had interrogating, you'll know, since they have egglets, there's eggs, that it could be up to maybe 30 to 40 kobold families.
yeah, I communicate. I mean, I would prefer to come back with a bigger
But
force.
well, you know that there's 8 less.
Yeah, yeah. I will communicate to theirs. The issue with being in the nest is that their numbers are so high compared to our group that it will be a suicide mission.
Okay, I'll allow you that. It's not. I didn't necessarily mean to imply that, but as a DM, but it was just what's your knowledge base for what could be, not what exactly is.
Okay. So what I suggest for us is to be cautious and just will be only inspect, not if we face a bigger threat, just we should just run.
And
Do you have an
Theodora,
axe?
give me an investigation check. Go ahead, you guys. I didn't want to drop her
Okay.
from what she was looking to see if it's trapped.
Roland, do you have an axe?
Do I have an axe? In
And
fact,
and Theodora, you don't believe it's trapped.
Well,
no, but I have a spear.
spears
Two.
aren't exactly very handy for cutting down trees.
No.
My sword, neither. What do you think, Theodore? Do you think you could pick the lock of whatever opening this is? Even though I'm assuming it's not your normal padlock.
Hey, did we lose you? You're muted.
Yes. So after she looks at the buttons, she says, well, these buttons don't seem to be trapped, but let's see if they are one of the magical
Is the
arts.
password? You miss the password in Magic will unleash, but
How many
he
buttons
moves.
are there? A keypad, like 1 through 9 or something.
On the left-hand side are 2. On the right-hand side are 2, and right up on top, almost like an arc around it or a triangle, is 1.
Roland moves back to the distance where he saw last time he was safe.
Okay.
I wish to do an Arcana check to see what I can figure out.
Okay. Are you trained in Arcana?
Nope.
Okay.
My character is,
Go ahead.
but since he saw that they were ready to move on,
I know nothing about magic. What do you know about magic, Roland?
I know stuff, but if you're going to go there willy nilly, I'm just going to step back and watch what you have, guys.
I was just wondering, but do these symbols or anything on these buttons mean anything to you? Like some order I should possibly.
There's no symbols on the button.
No symbols? Okay.
No, it's just like they're part of the bark. They're so close to match and either push in or pull out. And
Okay.
Theodora, what you get from them on that Arcana check is basically that, yes, it may be magical. You've heard of such things where you have to get the right combination or AKA a password to get to it.
So I know it's a magical trap.
It's a magical lock, not a trap.
Yes. Magical lock. Right. Okay. So and so she goes up to the door, is there like or whatever there is, that opens up.
It looks
and I wish
just like a normal tree. These buttons are built into the tree, look like tree bark. They're hidden pretty well, but since they were pointed on out to you, you know where they're at.
Okay. Let me put it to you like this. There are 120 different possible combinations of pushing these buttons. Yes, math is one of my strong suits. We can either sit here and try pushing them randomly, or we could hide and wait for somebody to exit, beat the snot out of them, and have them tell us the combination. Or, number 3, and I like number 3 a lot. We go to town, buy an axe, I come down, and I chop this son of a bitch down.
I wish to get close to the tree and see if I can see like a line or crack or something that represents like a door or something that is hidden within the tree.
Now remember, dwarf doors once closed cannot be found even by their own masters if their secrets are lost.
So you look, and because of the way the bark is and everything, you cannot actually see a door.
All right. So, all right.
However, I push the far right, then the far left, then the one in the middle up top, then the other right one, and then the other left, and then I kick the fucking area where all the footprints are leading into the door. How's that sound?
You doing that?
No. I shall. But do they represent? Are the buttons different colors?
No, they're bark color. They're so close to the bark. If it wasn't for the fact that you were told where they were, unless you got one phenomenal roll, you would have never found them.
All right. So they are very close together. All right.
No, you have two on the left side, two on the right, and one up top.
All right.
So
I
I
get
go
one.
far right, far left, other right, other left.
All right. So I go up to one of the buttons that's by itself. Yeah. All
There's
right.
only one button by itself.
I go to that one. All right.
No.
I get out my bag of thieving tools, and I'm gonna see if I can disarm the button.
I'll be standing there right next to him with my shield ready to block. I have the protection thing, so as a reaction, I can impose disadvantage on something. So I'll be standing next to him.
Okay.
All right. You're sawing the button or trying
No.
to?
Disarm. Yes, disarm the button. Yes, I'm gonna try use my thieving tools to disarm the button.
All right. Roll me a
Thieving tools, because that's
thieving
what I got.
tools. Yes.
I still say we go to town and get an axe.
Oh dear.
All right. How many? All of a sudden, this big burst of light throws out and covers an area 20 foot. And how many hit points do both of you have?
I have 14.
All right. And
I can't have 12. I got more than that. I didn't level up. That's my issue. Okay.
all right, go ahead and level up because it.
Protection time. Oh, sorry. It don't want to take me. Yeah, apply.
Boom. I have 20 hit points.
All right. Both of you fall to the ground.
As I'm falling, I'm like, I told you we should have got an axe.
Roland,
Huh.
you see about the same thing that you saw with Malachi?
Yeah. Both of them are unconscious.
Yes. Are you going up to check, see if they're alive or dead?
Looking around and trying to see, inspecting that there is nothing he should be worried about. He will pick one by one of them and drag them back to a safe place away from
Okay.
the
All right. Are you doing anything to them? Dropping them hard, slapping them?
as quick as possible, but with care.
Okay. You get them off, what, about 30 feet, 40 feet off away from the black locust over on the right-hand side under some juniper bushes.
Monty Python.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're resting there.
I will check them, their vitals, and
Their vitals are strong.
Dude, I got a shovel.
Then let me roll something. I will, before they wake up, I will inspect their belongings without taking anything.
Dude, I got a shovel.
Okay. Whatever you guys have, you can message Roland to let him know. Or
Yeah,
if you wanna
basically
put it
he
on
wants to identify their profession. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, with Mike's character, Brandur, you know that he's a holy man, holy warrior of some sort.
I got a holy
Well, actually,
Platinum dress. His emblazoned on my shield.
yep. Actually, since you were a cleric, you'll know that he's a paladin. And the other, you would, because you have some rogue, you would surmise possibly this is a character that makes their living by their wits, even though her illustration of her last attempt at making a living with her wits was less than stellar.
Okay, I wake them up.
Okay, how you waking them up?
Like it's not a slap in the face, but like hitting them with the palm of the hand in the face repeatedly, but like, hey, wake up, wake up.
Okay,
What
guys,
happened? Where are they?
What the hell was that?
Do they wake up?
yeah, all they were asleep.
Let me get back up. Like, what hit us?
Did I recognize the symbol, the holy symbol in the paladin?
Give me a religion check. Yes.
Bahamut, the platinum dragon.
Oh, okay. You're a good guy.
It depends on perspective. I mean, from a wood elf perspective, talking about chopping down trees and burning forests, he might have a different view.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of
Not
blunt, but at least I know that his morals are not low.
Yeah.
That's it. I've had it. Let us go get an axe and be done with this thing.
Yeah, I mean, that will that be what Lord Bahamut will suggest to you for you to do?
Nah, more or less.
Heretic.
You know, Bahamut is he's not exactly subtle. You know, the dragon. We just go about and he would come through and pick it up with his claws and throw it, cast it to the side. Maybe he'd incinerate it with his breath.
Talking about breath, I imagine you have such capacity.
Oh, let me tell you, Listerine can't quell this fire.
Okay, how about you try and scorch that those buttons?
As you wish.
Be careful to be far enough for the magic not to put you down again.
Yeah, I don't know how far that is, but I will get up and
Your breath weapon is what, 15 foot, right?
Too. Yeah, so I'll probably be standing 10 feet away from it. But when I do so, I want to make sure that there's no underbrush. I want to clear as much so I don't just burn the rest of the forest down, or catch any sparks or anything. I just want the tree itself.
Okay. Well, you'll be
And it takes a few
with
minutes.
your shovel. You'll be there for probably about 15 minutes clearing the grass, old leaves, and such.
All right, so I'll spend 15 minutes doing that. If y'all just want to wait 15 minutes for me to do it.
Yes, I should prepare my bow and arrow.
I will climb up a tree and prepare my bow and arrow as well.
Okay.
don't climb up this tree.
I was going to say, which tree you climbing up? Give the DM a choice, and I'll have fun.
Let's say a tree about 60 feet away from where he is,
That still has a clear.
but he has clear sight of him and the area.
All right, no problem.
I do the same distance as well, but I do it stealthily.
All right. Sneak. Okay, she's paranoid to no end. All right, you guys are to that point.
All right. Well, then I stand about 10 feet away from the tree. That'll give it like 5 feet to being fully engulfed. And then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow, and I'll burn that tree down.
All right. Give me a Constitution saving throw. As when the fire gets within a foot of the tree, there's a green brilliant glow that encompasses the tree.
I'm about to be pissed off. Pissed off to no end. That would be a total of 16.
All right. You're all right.
I'll make my saving throw.
Yep.
In case you're curious. Uh-huh.
You made it as far as that. And the tree doesn't look like it was touched at all.
Fire, friggin'. I leap out a string of curse words that if you speak Draconic, you would be impressed with.
My character understand what he's saying, and he
Then I
will
throw my
complete
shovel at it.
this when a paladin of Bahamut behaves.
All right.
Oh, that's it. Let's go get an axe.
I'm gonna stay hidden and just see if anyone does anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
does nothing else happen? I mean, with all the noise,
Everybody in the nine hells heard that string of curse words.
As you know, for right now, nothing seems to be going on. And you heard the shovel hit the tree, but it almost sounded like iron on iron. There's not a scratch on the tree.
will it be there sufficient evidence for Roland to believe that the 3 thing is an illusion?
There's no illusion. That motherfucker's real. As I kick it. Boom.
Yeah. You can try an intelligence save to see if you
Save?
believe it's
Okay.
if you believe intelligence check, to see if it
Try
if you
intelligence
believe it
check.
is.
And I'll kick the holy piss out of it.
You believe that this is a real tree.
Okay.
I wish to sneak up to the tree.
All right, you roll me a stealth check, and I hope
Already
you don't
did.
I hope you. Oh, okay. Where?
Oh yeah. All right.
But
Okay.
don't
I'll
get
roll
a
it
one.
again. All right.
Okay. You sneak up on this tree.
All right. I get out my Phoebe's tools again, but this time I get out like a sort of like a powder or something, and like blow a powder onto the buttons to see if I can see any fingerprints or any like clue of what has been pressed.
Okay. Give me a perception or investigation check with an
Investigation.
advantage.
All right, cool. Advantage. Ooh, yay.
Okay. You'll see multiple fingerprints or claw prints, depending, because you see both on every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to hit them in the correct order.
Yes.
Something like that. Now, Roland, you're watching this. Are you going to relate what Malachi did?
Does she show, or is it clear for Roland what she's trying to do?
Yeah,
Yes.
it
Yeah,
is.
yes,
I
don't
mean,
waste your time.
she's blowing dust on each of the buttons and such. And you do remember Malachi, what caused his sleepiness was that he pressed every one of them.
Malachi is human, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I will say my teammate was a human, and press all the buttons at the at once because he thought himself very intelligent.
What I do is I get out my book and draw the buttons in the same synchronization or position they are
Okay.
in my book.
Okay.
In my book, yeah. And then like
I've got this
after
here.
I've done that, I sort of say, "Stand back, everyone. I got an idea."
Okay.
I sort of like,
hold on. We got the Dragonborn that's trying to keep you safe.
We know the middle one's not the first one. It wouldn't know you're wrong until you hit it wrong. So if you get the first one, then we got this, right?
this is why she's writing a book.
All right. You just stand back. Both of you get back, and I will try the one on the far right. Okay. Then stand back, and here I go. I push the one on the far right.
All right. Nothing.
Okay, that's the first one. Now we know that's number one. Now number two, I'm going to try the one on the far left.
Nothing.
That's number two. We only got 3 more to go. I will then go on the other one on the right.
All right. Nothing.
Other one on the left.
You get a blast, a bright light, and anybody that's not an elf that's susceptible to sleep within 20 feet falls to the ground.
I climb down and wake them up
All right.
Nice. So
and move away.
I go over to the I go over and do the same sequence. Apart from I won't press the I press the middle. Was it the one by itself?
One right, far left,
Far
other
left,
right, and then
other right,
middle, and then other left.
and middle, and then middle, then left. That's what I do.
But wake me up first, dude.
What?
Wake
You're
me up.
all right. Tell me the order.
All right.
No, it's,
Far left.
it is important.
So far right, far left, right, middle, left.
All right. A bright light comes out. Anybody within 20 feet falls and goes to sleep.
That was a
explanation. Unless they're multiples, it's like right, right, left, left, right, right, left.
Or a single button.
I draw with let me check what I have. I have chalk. I take one piece of chalk and draw on both of them elf ears to see if that works, and then wake them up. And move back.
Thanks a lot again.
Look at you, you have elf ears.
So we know that. So she goes up to the buttons this time, and this time she marks the ones that she's pressed. So she's the far right, the far left, and it was the right, the middle, but it was far left, wasn't it? Yeah, that's the one we mark. She puts in a book of what has been happening. So
Okay.
So she knows that the last two buttons were that send off the trap. So she puts a little cross and does the same sequence again, far left, far right, type thing. The same sequence again, right up to the point where the flash of light hit her, and then she presses the she says, okay, so we know it's far right, far left, right. Yes, is that correct?
I don't know. Is it? That's what you're doing.
Yes.
I mean, you're basing it that in that in that sequence, it does not trigger anything up until the last one.
Yes.
So
Yes.
far, if that's right, then we're headed to the right combination.
Yes. So in other words, it's one. Thanks to the paladin. Repeat the process again, paladin. It's far right, correct?
Far right, far
Far
left,
left.
far right again.
And then
The
we're
other.
confused.
No, it's far right, far left, near right, near left.
No.
No.
The combination was the first one that they tried and he
I
won.
fell asleep on the near left. That's the fourth
Yeah.
one. And then
I
you fell
think that
asleep as the middle, and then the near left.
Yes.
No, that
when
was
he
the
asleep,
last
was
one.
it-
And he fell. You fell off.
When I pressed far right, I pressed far right, far left. Yes.
near right.
Near right, middle. So does it, and then left. That's what I pressed.
Are you? Is there one above all of them?
Say again, Lionel.
Is there? I think there was one above at the top,
Yes,
separated.
that's all by itself.
Yeah, that was in the middle, or
Yes.
was another?
It's in the middle, and that's the middle, and that's the top.
Okay.
Right. So I'm gonna press far left. No, far right. Sorry, to start off with. All right. So nothing happens at far left. I mean, yeah, far right. So far right. Yeah. Then I press far left.
How many buttons in total are?
In total, there's 5 buttons.
I say that he should draw are they in a 5 point star?
No, you have on the right-hand side 2 that are one on the top part, upper above the other. There you got 2 of them there. And then on the left the same. Think of a doorway. You got the left-hand side of the doorway, the right-hand side of the doorway. You got a button towards the lower, a button towards the top part, and then right directly over the doorway, you have one singular button.
Okay.
Okay, Paladin, can you step in the middle without touching any buttons and push, and she will
Okay.
point the combinations, and before and if we succeed, it should open, and you will fall into whatever is on the other side.
And slay whatever I find there.
All right. So I pressed the far apart. I pressed the far left.
And I'm pushing on the door, or where I think the door will be.
Okay.
In the middle of all this, pushing. Sword out,
Right.
shield, pushing with my
And then I press far right.
Okay.
Then I press inner right. No,
Okay.
inner left. So no, inner right, sorry. And then I press the middle.
All right, bright light,
Okay.
Asleep.
and you 2 fall asleep onto the ground.
So it wasn't middle. All right.
New plan.
Okay. Okay. So you're
Time. Cock and balls.
okay. So I know it wasn't the middle. So I get up after waking up again. I'll try far left,
No.
far right,
Fierce.
inner right.
You always start with the far right. Start with the far right.
Yeah. So I go far right, far left,
Pushing.
inner right.
Pushing.
And
But
You
the
got-
button.
and you guys, a bright light comes out, and you fall asleep.
Well, that's the same combination though.
Okay.
Well,
Perhaps.
maybe those combinations are wrong. Which one are you starting with? Maybe the wrong combo. Maybe it's only one button. I'm trying to help you through this right now.
Ah.
Instead of a multiple
Okay.
Remember, these are kobolds. They're not standard kobolds, and you have a Dugar leading them. So they may be so simple-minded, they're slick.
You just hit the
Publish.
button on the far left. Or
Low,
something.
no,
That is
inner left.
Inner left,
Inner
yeah.
left? Okay. I'll try the button on the inner. You all move back. And I will try
Yeah.
the button on the inner left while at the same time trying to walk through it.
A bright light.
Fuck, that's not it.
Okay, wake them up. Then far left will be the next one.
Far left. And I will
Right-
do it while
right
pushing through
light.
the thing.
Bright light.
Fuck.
Then lower right. The next one will be
Bright
Yeah,
light.
right. Okay, that's not it either. We've already tried the middle one. That was our original thing.
No.
And we fall asleep. Really? Okay. I'll try the middle. I'll try all 5 of them. Each, just pushing one, trying to walk through it.
All right. When you hit the top middle one by itself first,
And
all of a sudden, the bar opens on up like a door, sliding down into the ground, giving you a 5 by 5 foot hole to walk through.
Ah, there we go. I should put it in my. I should put it in my book. What button it was?
Please.
I will put my sword in my sheath. I will reach into my pack. I will grab a torch. I will light that bitch, and I'm throwing it in.
Okay.
I will try to use leaf, branch, or prestidigitation if possible to hide our tracks from about 30 feet away from the tree
Okay.
and then follow.
All right.
I shall follow, and I shall be stealthy about it.
You're following?
Sure.
Yes.
Because I don't know. No one stepped in yet.
I threw my torch in, and then I will go. Well, how far is it? Am I throwing the torch? Am I throwing the torch in a 5-foot tree? Or does it passage leading down? What's the deal?
You throw the torch in, and you see the light go down and rattle.
Is it a spider stair? Is it a ladder?
Well, you get a glimpse of earthen stairs going down, and then it becomes dark.
Fine. I shall search for traps first. I'll go in first, sort of slowly. And I crack my knuckles. Crack my and the I search and I say, leave the dungeons to the experts. And then I search.
Human, how are you going to see in the dark and look for traps?
That's all right.
Can you see in the dark?
I shall hold up a torch and search for traps.
Okay. Give me an investigation roll. What are you guys doing during? And we're going to say this takes about 3 minutes. Everything for him.
I'll be standing over his shoulder or by him as near as possible, looking forward to see if anything, keeping watch.
Throwing Roland is going to pick a bunch of small rocks, teeny rocks, and throw them at each increasing height to see if all the extension of the tree is solid.
Yeah, you'll find that this 20-foot around tree inside is solid. Are you stepping inside?
Yes, slowly though, but with my investigation.
I know you are, and I'm assuming our paladin did, because he said he was over your shoulder.
Yeah, I'll stay 5 feet from him at all, or within 5 feet of him at all times.
And Roland, are you inside or outside?
Shoot. I will prepare my bow and enter behind him.
Okay. As you enter behind you, and behind him, behind you, the door slams up and shuts.
Are there any buttons in this side of the door?
Okay, you have dark vision. There's a light there. Give me perception at, yeah, just a standard perception. Oh, let's see here. You don't notice any buttons on the inside of the tree from where you're at. And you don't find any traps there, Theodore.
Okay.
Before we move forward, I want to be sure that there is a way to open this door, and I inspect that to see if there's any other way to open the door.
You'll notice that about you got that okay, about 30 feet down these rough hewn stairs, there looks to be a lever sticking out of the wall.
Ah,
Okay.
nice.
I'll pull the lever.
No, don't touch the lever.
Don't pull the lever.
Don't pull the lever. I wish to investigate the lever.
Fine.
So
All right.
I'm going to go investigate the lever just in case it's booby trapped.
Okay, give me an investigation.
I'm going to give you loads of investigations.
It doesn't appear to be booby trapped.
Okay. It is safe to use.
All right. Can I pull the lever now?
Yes.
All right. Stand clear. Lever pulling.
And give me the order in respect of the lever and the mighty paladin and distance between each of you that you are.
About I will be behind about 20 feet, no, 10 feet from the one in the middle.
Okay, so
And I would probably be in front of the paladin, so about 10 feet in front of the paladin.
okay. Everybody, give me a dex save.
Nice.
Dex save.
And the paladin can do it with advantage.
Oh, thank God. Hey, that's a 17 with advantage.
Okay. And Theodora misses. And Roland, what was yours?
10.
10. You miss. The floor on the stairs opens up and falls away. Roland and Theodora, you fall 15 feet. Our mighty paladin is gripping for all his dear life onto that handle, holding them on up. And let's see here. It's, you guys will take 6 points of falling damage.
Ouch.
The lever's
And-
safe, he said. Pull the lever. It's fine.
And down at the bottom where you guys fall, you fall into this round, heavy vined cage.
Nice. All right. Is there like a door to this cage?
No.
I wish to investigate to see if there's a way out.
Well,
Okay.
you can climb out. Obviously, it doesn't have a roof. You fell into it.
So what's the paladin doing?
All right, I'm hanging on to this lever that I just pulled, dangling above the hole with a cage.
Yep.
How far, like, could I swing or jump, or is there any handholds, like the tree bark I could go to an area where the floor is level?
It's a rough wall chiseled out of the earth. So they're minor, you could say minor handholds. You have a 10-foot jump to the front or a 20-foot jump to the rear.
Oh, well, I'll take the 10-foot jump to the front without a problem.
Okay. And Theodore, there is no door that you could tell except for the one that you fell through.
Fine.
Throw up a rope, and I shall hold it, and you all can climb out.
Fine. So so these are bamboo, yeah?
It's vines, heavy vines. So you're talking, mate. You remember the one Pirates of the Caribbean, where the crew was captured and put into this vine round.
That'd be number 2.
Yeah, but that's basically what the construction is like.
All right, I'll pull out my dagger and see if I can cut one or try to cut into it.
Will it please wait? I will try to climb up in case I have daggers. If that helps. To climb up.
You're climbing?
Yes, trying to climb.
Okay. Give me 3 athletics for checks for climbing.
Okay. John.
The first one, give me another one. You slide back. Okay. You make it up.
So, how wide is this, cage?
The cage itself, the ball, is about 20 feet in diameter.
So it's 25. It's sort of 20 feet. All right. So I'm gonna go to one end of the wall of the cage and then run up to the other end of the cage and then jump.
Jump where?
Jump onto try and do a running jump to onto the walls, or try to climb. Trying to jump onto using my pull out my daggers and then trying to use it jump out of the cage, type thing, and try to cling onto the wall using my daggers, embed them.
Okay, give me 3 athletics climbing checks.
Athletics. I'm terrible at athletics.
Sucks to be you.
Yep.
You can't be great at everything.
Well, that's the first one.
All right.
Makes you feel any better. My stealth is disadvantage -1.
There's 2.
Okay.
And hopefully I might be able to do the third one. Ah.
You fall 20 feet.
Is there any way I can
Just
help
throw a
him on
rope
that
up.
one? On the last one?
Say what?
Is there any way my character can help her in the last one?
Um, she's 10 feet away from you from the
Okay.
top, so
Okay.
you could throw her a rope, and I'd allow her as she's falling acrobatics or a dexterity check with disadvantage.
Alright.
Yeah, no, the only rope I had was used on the kobold that escaped. So the only other thing would be no.
No rope.
Either I got a freaks pack.
And maybe a spear. No.
Spear?
Yeah, spear would be about 10 foot. I give it a chance. Do a
Down and reach and stick the spear down, and he's like 5 foot tall at least, right? So that's 15 feet. I'm looking down.
stick the spear in them like a shish kebab and pull them up.
Theodora, she grabs the blunt end of the spear, the wooden end.
And
You
you're
grab the hand,
you're sliding off it.
Ah! Pull me up quick!
It's leading off. I will assist. I will request the Dragonborn to help with his mighty strength.
Okay. Do you want me to athletic check or something to see if I can pull him up?
No, between the both of you, for what this human female would be weighing, I'm sure she's not no more than maybe 120, 135 pounds. That between the both of you, I should be able to do all right. A mighty paladin should have some strength. A high elf is questionable.
I got a 16 strength. I'm pretty
Yeah,
strong. And
no
super
problem.
athletics.
You get her up.
Before we continue on, is there a way that we could possibly reset this trap so that, say, if we're being followed by a horde of kobolds, we can pull the lever with a rope attached to it, causing them to fall into this pit as they're chasing us?
Indeed. I go up to the lever and I wish to investigate.
How are you getting to the lever?
It's in the middle of the.
How long are you guys standing on the side? We're going to say that it was about 4 minutes between falling, climbing out, and pulling out, and everything. So,
because the lever I was hanging over, so it's the ground underneath the lever has been removed.
yes.
If you want, I'll de-equip my shield, use both hands to be able to climb over to the lever, and then push it up again, like shoulders or something. Just.
Okay, it's 10 foot. It's 10 foot away. If you want to do that, give me a check.
Just use the
Athletics.
spear.
So that's a total of 9.
Total of 9.
Yeah, plus 5. Roll a 4. Yeah, total of 9.
Wow.
Okay, I'll try it again.
You slip and fall. Give me a. You guys gonna do anything to try to catch
Yeah,
him?
sure. I am assuming we still have the spear or something to help her.
Okay, then do that climb check with advantage.
Okay.
I have got rope, but it's like,
that would be a total of 14 then.
All right, you make it over there, and by the time you get over and get onto the lever, the floor pops back up.
Fucking shit. All right. Well, at least. All right. Give me a small section of that rope or something so that we can tie it to the lever so it can be pulled from a distance where we are not underneath the area where it falls.
I told you I don't have a rope.
I wish to go up to the lever, and I wish to use my thieving tools to try to make a booby trap.
That's more crafting than arming. Give me an intelligence check.
All right.
And you can use your dexterity modifier to add to it.
Actually, here's another idea. I love this idea. What we do is we send one of you stealthy folk down there. You find some kobolds, you go boo, have them chase you back up this way, and then as soon as they enter this area, I pull the lever, they all fall down in there, and then I jump down because I'll be holding onto the lever, knowing that it's going to fall, you know, and two-handed, hold on to it, boom, they fall down. Whoever doesn't die, I then jump down and slay them with my sword.
All right. So I got a 20 for my intelligence check.
Okay. You think that you might be able to manipulate the lever.
Okay. Manipulate the lever. Well, I know it has to be pulled downwards. The problem is,
you'll know you'll need like a pinion or something to have the rope go down around so it has a downward pull.
Yes.
Or an eye hook or something.
Yes.
I have a priest pack. What the fuck you mean I got
While you're doing it, I want to go stealthily down to check what else is there.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. Oh, stealthy. And you'll go while they're messing around trying to booby trap that. You're going to go down probably about 80 more feet and you get to the bottom and there's like an alcove with a door to your, as you come down, it'd be down to your left at the bottom. And the area down there is 5 foot by 5 foot, 5 foot. It's a oaken door.
Okay, I begin to draw a map for it all.
Okay. And you guys up there with all this time, you get the
cartographer's schools?
Yeah.
Huh.
And that's in Xanathar's.
Okay.
But you get the booby trap set.
So after the booby trap is set, she will make her way down the stairs stealthily to see what's going. As quietly as she can in the dark.
Well, give me
first.
Say what?
Should I go first, or do you want to go first?
I go first. You'll give away my position.
Well, it's all fine.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Okay. You think you're stealthy?
Here's my stealth check. Disadvantage.
You're stealthy.
Oh my god, it's 17. Disadvantage -1. I got a 17. It's amazing.
Nice.
Ready?
I suppose I do try to sneak. I'm like, look at who's so sneaky. Always saying I can't. Just that's why I'll re-equip my shield and draw my sword again.
Okay. No problem.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. They all say I can't sneak.
All right, that's what you have right down there. This doorway, this door.
All right. I shall go over to the door and investigate the door to see if it's booby trapped.
It's a 5 foot by 5 foot, so you're gonna have Roland move out.
Hey,
So
Theodore,
you can get there.
I see you.
Yes. Okay. I go over to the door and, like, do my general investigation.
Roland, you moving?
Yeah, I will be behind him after I finish.
Okay, you'll be up on the first step then.
I go over to the door stealthily as I can and scratch and sniff the door, investigating to see if there's any traps or anything mysteriously going on. Okay.
It's a scratch and sniff door.
That's a new one to me, but that's cool. You don't find any traps.
All right.
Let me know if you ever want to taste the door. I'm there for you.
Is there like a keyhole or
No.
any like? All right. Is there a handle?
Yes.
Right. I sort of gently move the handle to see if it's like, and try really, really quietly to try to see if the door is locked.
Now, what it is for the handle is a sliding handle, a post in wood that slides into a slot, slides back. Very simple.
Mm-hmm. And I slide it very carefully and very slowly,
Okay.
and like push the door as quietly as I can, and sort of like peep do like a peep in the crack to see if there's anything behind the door.
All right. As you start pushing the door, you hear squeak, squeak, squeak coming from the homemade hinges that it's
Oh
on.
dear. All right. Is anyone behind it?
Looks like these doors need some grease.
How wide are you opening the crack to see?
Just a tiny bit, like so. My eye, like an inch.
All right. You see nobody behind the door.
All right. I sort of step back and sort of like.
You want me to go in first?
Yep. Go on in.
I will fling the door open broadly and stride in.
Okay.
I'll kick the door in broadly. Shield and sword in it.
It's a
Come
10
here,
foot.
you fell beasts, and face me.
It's a 10 foot by 10 foot
Hi.
hallway.
I use my cunning action to like get away from the door as quick as I can and stealth again.
All right. Which one of your what of your cunning action are you doing? Hiding or dashing or disengaging?
In other words, I'm walking away from the door and using my cunning action to hide again.
All right.
So in other words, as he bursts through the door, I walk into the shadow and try and find a good place to hide.
Isn't interacting with the door a free action?
Interact. Yeah, that's but it's. I haven't said that that you're in combat or needed anything. It's just that you guys are going on
Okay.
the thematics. So just going with you. I'm giving you a lot of agency with
I will be back. Sorry.
Okay.
No, that's what I just like to do. I just like to hide myself just in case he gives away my position.
Yeah, because
Alright.
you know, I'd walk up and kick the door open and be like, "What up, bitches? Oh, fuck this!" I'm hiding.
Your doors hanging off the hinge, and in a hallway that seems to be going to the left and to the right.
Is it a T or is it like a Y?
It's more like a T.
Uh-huh. Fuck.
Now it's kind of a half block T with the door hanging down.
I'll just put it down completely on the ground.
All right.
You know, I don't want it blocking anything. All right. I want to smell to the left and I want to smell to the right. Sniff the air like a dragon.
You smell dirt. You smell mold. A light scent of smoke from both directions. The smoke comes from both directions. The mold and dirt come from both. The dirt from both directions. The mold from the left.
I will tell them, I smell mold from this direction, pointing to the left. And both, I smell a bit of fire smoke and dirt. So I'm assuming that they had people stationed at both. But probably, I'm guessing, the trade goods on the left because they've become moldy under kobold watching care. So, which do we seem more likely to do? Liberate the goods that they have stolen and slay a few kobolds guarding it? Or just kill kobolds?
I'll try
And
to keep.
which one first? Because we're going to do both.
I try to keep quiet and keep myself like stealthy in the shadows. I do not wish to give myself away.
Boy, what a wimp.
Yes, I am.
Roland, what do you say?
Well, at this moment, I prefer to divide and conquer. But if we can convince the kobolds to help us, the better.
I'm sorry. I must have misheard you with all this dirt and smoke and everything in the air. But did you say convince the kobolds to help us?
Yeah, as little creatures, the one I captured say they were terrified of the Duergar. It will be safer if we can to convince them to help us than just straight attack them and put them down, because there is still a chance that they are
What,
too much for us.
redeemable?
Too many
You
for
think
us.
there's still a chance that they can save their soul? Trust me, I am Dragonborn, and kobolds are also dragonkin, but there's no saving those foul creatures.
I mean, I'm talking about our survival. I don't know what you did not understand from what I was saying. We cannot handle so many kobolds. Much kobolds, because we don't know the number.
I can handle a few.
Yeah, can you
But you
handle
were
100?
worried about the numbers of kobolds before I joined your group. Now, don't worry.
You know what? We stealthy can stay behind and you charge at them, and if we see that there are too many, we just run away using you as a cover. Okay?
Sounds like a plan. So, left or right? Mold or no mold?
Gold.
Mold it is. And I will proceed to take the left corridor.
All right. As you start down, the left corridor, you'll see a dim glow of green up along the edges of the ceiling of the hallway and the walls.
No, fuck that.
It's almost like algae.
Slimy.
Well, I don't know. Have you touched it?
No.
But it seems to be giving off light, a dim light.
Can I poke it with my dagger?
Yeah, if you choose to.
Yes, I wish to poke it. I wish to poke it with my dagger, and like see if it any response to it.
No response. That how aggressive are you poking it? Are you
Not that aggressively.
stabbing it like psycho,
No,
or are you just kind of gingerly touching?
I'm gingerly scraping it from the cracks, type thing.
Okay, it falls off your dagger and down onto the floor.
Okay, I
Is it still glowing when it's in the floor?
Yes.
Roland will take samples and keep them in a pouch.
Okay.
I pull out a jar, and like I'm gonna try and like where there's lots of this green stuff, like a big lump of it, I'm gonna try and scrape gently some into a jar, like make a glow jar.
Okay, no problem. It'll give you the same amount of visible light in that glow jar as a candle.
Nice. All right, I shall put the lid on it, and then I shall I hang it near my sort of waist for now.
Okay, how are you hanging it?
Like tie it, like imagine this jar has a handle or something, and I can sort of tie it using my belt or something, like using a bit of string or whatever.
All right. Alrighty. So what are you guys doing?
Unfortunately, I'm going to walk through the field of green.
My character is mapping where we are heading, moving, turning, etc.
Okay, right now it's just straight haul to the left, and you go about 120 feet, and you'll notice some mushrooms about everywhere from 1.5 foot to 2 foot tall, staggered on either side of the hallway.
Oh. Are these good to eat mushrooms? Is anybody a connoisseur?
How close are you getting?
I'll get as close. I'll, just walk up to them. Close.
Okay.
Not I want to touch them.
My character says, remember to search for secret doors, compartments.
I shall search for secret doors.
All right.
Investigate.
Where is it? Here, so I can see how they kill you.
I was expecting green slime.
I know you were.
Fooled
you, didn't I?
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Roll me a D4.
It must be over in, where's it? Dungeon Master Guide.
Oh, the same section where I was looking for the gas for and I couldn't find it.
Kinda. This is not a gas spore. Well, maybe it is in the fungi though. Let me go back there and double check that.
Shriekers are. I know. I
That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, they're in the monster manual.
Fungi, Shrieker. There we go. Just okay. False appearance, language 0. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Okay. As you get within 30 feet, you hear this loud shrieking coming out of the hallway. Range and
Oh my.
My character will quickly put back in the backpack the map and chalk, and he will prepare his weapon.
What the hell was that?
I shall pull out my short bow and prepare an arrow.
okay. Give me perception checks. Since the shrieking's going on.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I know. I hear a lot of shrieking. Total of 6.
All right. Theodore.
I got-
You don't notice. Roland doesn't notice. Theodore doesn't notice.
What? With a 20?
That's right. It's a high
Huh?
DC when you got a loud noise shrieking at 300 feet distance that it can be heard, and trying to hear footsteps, and you're so close. You're within 30 feet. So you don't notice on that. So the shrieking is still going on. What are you guys doing? I know you prepared some actions.
All right. I shall try to I shall pull my cape. I shall try to stealth.
Okay.
Try and get into a good position to hide from the enemy.
Okay. Give me a stealth check and let me know which direction you think the enemy's coming from.
Behind us.
Okay.
Wait, where was the shriek coming from?
The shriek is coming from in front of you. From the mushrooms that are up there that you got within 30 feet of.
Yeah.
Determine that the mushrooms are the sounds emanating from the mushrooms.
Yeah, it'd be pretty self-evident.
All right. I'll just stride over there and try to whack them.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
All right. Roll to hit.
Oh, okay. D20 plus 5. That'll be a 11.
You hit.
Yeah, their damage would be. I'm not smiting or anything. Damage would be 7.
All right. You see a chunk kind of fall off it.
It's still making noise.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose I'll just keep whacking until it all stops, or you tell me something else is happening.
Okay. Give me another roll for that shrieker.
21 to hit that time.
That hits.
And this one will be 8 points of damage. I'm sorry, 9 points of damage.
All right. That one is all chopped up in little pieces and stops shrieking. Roland, what are you doing?
Okay, so the sound is coming front. He had to pack things up and pull up the bow. He will be holding his action in case something comes from either front or back,
Okay.
and will stick to the wall, but the part that he can see is clear of mushroom. I mean, a solid wall, not with mushrooms or moss or whatever that is.
All right. Okay, we'll go back because Theodore, you're hiding.
Yes, I
Oh.
just wanted to keep. I just like keep myself hidden and like keep an eye out for the enemy
Yep.
if they come.
If you haven't moved, we'll keep you at the same stealth, mighty stealth check of 10.
Yeah.
And the shrieking is still going on. You see, for about 20 foot ahead of you is these mushrooms, kind of side by, one side to the other, and there's a small path between them. So that's still going on there. What do you, Mighty Paladin? What are you doing? Just whacking?
Yeah.
Right on through?
How many shrooms are there?
We'll say that there's 8 of them.
It's going to take a while. If only I had my breath. It takes a while to recharge, though.
But if that's what you're going to do,
Yeah.
then you'll be able to chop through them. We'll give you time. I mean, they're only armor class 5.
Yeah, so +5 to hit, I can't miss unless I roll in that one.
Yeah.
And
So
I'd be doing an average of 7 to 8,
Yeah,
7.5.
so two whacks per, and they're down.
That'd be 16 rounds.
Yeah, and well,
It'll take me about
these-
90 seconds.
from the rear, both Roland and Theodora, you will see as it's getting quieter and quieter from the hacking, you'll see and you'll see some light coming up that back hall, and you'll hear a lot of footsteps.
Fine. I sort of like make my way towards the paladin and say, "We better move quickly. The kobolds have heard us, and they are over there." I point to where the light is showing.
Oh, okay.
How far away is it?
Right now, you would estimate probably about 200 feet. Being that it's a straight hallway.
Okay, and it's continued on farther, like we just hadn't gotten to where they were yet, or is it coming?
They're coming up from behind you, from up in front of you. All you see is the green airy light from up around, and all the chopped up mushrooms from where you were chopping.
Fine. So what I do, as I take off the little green torch around my sort of like around my waist, and like put it in my bag. I put it in my bag. So it doesn't.
See.
Yes. I put it in my bag, type of thing. This little green torch I made, like lantern I made, but I put it in my bag, type of thing. And then I shall like reposition myself to like I say to the paladin, brace yourself for the enemy. We will help you as much as we can. And then I positioning myself to make a try and get a good stealthy, sneaky advantage.
Okay, give me a stealth check at disadvantage. And Roland, what are you doing? Disadvantage.
Okay,
Theodore.
since we are being assaulted by in two sides, he will switch back to shield, and let me see what I can use here.
All you're doing, I think you have the wrong idea, is you're seeing and hearing seeing the light in the hearing the footsteps on the one side, which would have been the right. You're behind. The shrieking was coming from your front, which had stopped because the paladin hacked and slashed and made mushroom soup.
Okay, so he will move back to the move in front of the paladin, so he gets cover from the paladin from those who are coming from the back,
Okay.
and will keep his bow ready.
All right. So you guys are staying there, making a stand there.
Yes, and I got my bow ready.
Okay. Alrighty. And I think maybe we'll stop it right here and have the combat. We'll start it up next time. With this, keep track of the damage you have on you. That'd be Theodora and Roland, since nobody healed each other.
And I have no breath.
Yeah, okay. And
I'm-
we'll start this up because I don't want to. The battle, if you stand your ground, will take more than a half hour. Most likely. I don't think it. Well,
Who said stand your ground? I was going to charge.
oh, okay. But, all right, we can say you're getting ready to charge, and we'll start it up there. Maybe, hopefully, the next game we'll have some reinforcements for you.
Yeah, because while kobolds are pussies, man, they're actually fucking.
These out of game meta. These aren't pussies. These are the kobolds out of Bolos.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Never mind. They're not bad. They're badass.
That's what they're. That's why I said they're non-typical. They're Dragon Shield. The warriors are.
Dude, one of them could kill me. 1-on-1, I would die.
Well, I'm not. I never told any of you to stand and fight, to charge, and they did. But I will say they did kill the three of them: Roland, Moshu, and Malachi. Killed 7 of them, and had one that they knocked down and brought back for interrogation that escaped.
That's impressive.
Hopefully, I know it wasn't a lot of combat, a lot of puzzle and RP, but hopefully you enjoyed it.
Indeed.
Yeah, thank you for DMing.
No problem.
Yes.
And
the cool thing is I'm hidden.
I'll set up for August a time frame because Mike, I'm trying this once a month. That way I can do all the other playing some of the other games and DM and some of the other sites that I do. If there's anything that you want to put out to the internet, go ahead.
No, not really.
Okay.
Myself, yeah, I'm just looking for. I just like to give out a good old cheap pop to sort of my own little channel, I guess, because I'll be doing Vampire the Masquerade campaign soon. So hopefully everyone will sort of watch that when it comes comes out. So there you go.
Alrighty. How about you, Mike?
Word.
Uh,
Tune in next time for the death of the Dragonborn.
I don't know. But with that, I want to say thanks to the OSG. If you're looking for a place to pick up games, the OSG is a good group. They have a multitude of DMs and systems. If you're looking for a D&D game, then the UAG that group has games that are fairly consistent and like that, and that's all 5e. And let's see, I know that some of the guys here do DM, so if they want to, they sometimes look for it. So keep your eyes open for them. Support the community,
Right.
and support some of the online conventions. We have CoWoCon 19 coming on up in fiscal year 19. They're starting to put information up on that. And the Blackmore Players Society, I think it is also where you can get some of the information on it. And they do a lot of online conventions and things. Nerdarchy, I want to throw them out. They're always a great resource and like that. And a lot of these groups, if you are limited on resources, as far as computering resources for being able to do video streaming, you can also find a lot of them on Discord, where it's voice and doesn't suck up as many resources. Just want to put that out. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Go ahead.
Let's start a GoFundMe to get Kaya some dice.
Yes. GoFundMe for Caius. We'll have to see about that. Yes. All right. Peace out. All have a great one. Roll 20s. If you can't roll 20s, crits. I can't speak. Roll critical fails, ones with class and style. Later.
Indeed. Later.
Bye.
There's